Yesterday I shared this story with you, and this is a rare. This is a rare. How do I set this up? Where you've heard this story a million times, but you've heard it where I am not the hero of the story. This is the opposite.
You're the hero.
Hero is a strong word.
Okay.
But this is so there is an indoor driving range near my home that I will occasionally go to, and yesterday was pouring rain. So so usually when I go to this place, it's very rarely do you have to wait, and also you sign up online for a time, and so usually it's pretty. You get there, and if let's say your appointment's at 9:30, even if it's full, somebody is finishing up relatively quickly because it's by half hour or hour increments. And I will say this, and I hope one of them is listening to this. Mm-hmm. It can be a clusterfuck sometimes because there is no. Remember the old days when you were next to play Space Invaders? You'd put your quarter on the machine,
yeah.
And there'd be like 7 quarters lined up, and that was the order of the people. Or if you're playing pool, whatever that system is, or darts, when you've got next or whatever, there is none of that here. There could be maybe in front of each one a little whiteboard on the wall, and then you put your name down, and then. When it's time, it's time, because it can get a little, like I say, a little clusterfucky. Mm-hmm. So I get there and I show up at 9:30, and the parking lot's jammed. Like, shit! And there's only 5 bays where you can hit, and so I walk in. 2 of them are being used by guys giving lessons because they give lessons as well. Mm-hmm. So bay 1 and 2 are lessons. 3 and 4 are occupied, and 5 is for some reason it's closed. So there's only really 2 bays available for guys like me just coming in to hit golf balls. I walk in. So when I walk in, lesson, in use, not usable for the day. The lights are off in there. It's just not an option. And there's one guy. It's at the point where I can't tell if he's my age or 80. You know what I mean? He's just one of those looking guys. Mm-hmm. Gray hair, but I've got gray hair, so I have no idea how old he is. Let's say 65 for the sake of the conversation. He's putting because there's a little putting area out in front, and so I walk past the one bay, and the guy's got 2 minutes left. It says on the screen.
By the way, how funny would it be if it was putting in the driving range? He's putting takes his putter out, hits it, takes 6 feet.
Sir, you're wasting a bay.
This is a waste of space.
You're wasting a bay, sir. So one guy's got 2 minutes left. The other guy has got about 4 minutes left. I'm like, all right, good. They're going to be finishing up soon. So I go back, and I'm just kind of waiting by the door. And then 9:30 comes, and it's like, okay, why are those guys still in there? So I go to the one, and I ask the guy. I said, "Hey, you finishing up?" And he said, "He goes, how does it work here?" He's like, "Do I check? Was I supposed to check in with somebody? I just thought I go. Well, the clock says you only had a couple minutes." He goes, "Yeah, but he explained why." And he's like, "So it's a little confusing." And it's like, and I'm like, yeah, "It's not a little. It's really fucking confusing." Mm-hmm. So he's like, "I still have X amount of time. I still have 20 minutes." I was like, "Okay." And he's like, but then he very nicely says, "You know what? Go ahead and use it." I was like, "If you're not done, you're not done."
Yeah.
And I said, "No, it's your time. Stay in here." And so I checked in with the other guy, and I said, "Are you finishing up?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've got 2 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, great." So I go back by the door. I walk past the guy putting, and then the guy comes out, and he goes, "Hey, man, it's free." I go, "Oh, okay." I grab my bag, and I walk in there, and I'm changing into my golf shoes. And about to thing, and the guy who was putting comes in. He goes, I was next, right? And I said, I immediately go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I assumed you were waiting for a lesson. You saw me putting." I go, "Right. I'm so sorry. I assumed that you were waiting for a lesson. You're right. You were here before me. It's your bay." And I grab my stuff and I walk out, and he's standing by the door where I kind of have to. like I don't. In a real world, you'd say, "Excuse me," because you don't know why somebody's standing right there. You know I'm about to walk out this door. Why would you stand in my way?
Right.
So he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
He's in my way, but I once again I said, because he's right. He was there before me. I misunderstood what happened.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, again, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding." He goes, "Ugh." And I went to myself. Well, fuck me then. He goes, "Yeah, fuck you."
Oh.
And I go, "You go fuck yourself." And the guy, one of the instructors, comes out and goes, and he's got an Australian accent. He goes, and I don't do accent. He goes, there's no call for that kind of language here. And I said, I go, I don't know what's going on, but he started. He goes, "Doesn't matter who started it. There's no call for that language." And I went, "It's not me." He goes, "I know, no problem. Just there's no call for that." But now I'm fucking furious. So I go back over now. So now I got to wait for a bay to open up. It's like, do I wait for the bay? Do I leave? And so finally one of the lessons ends. And this guy, his name's Jack. He goes, the Australian guy's like, "Hey, you go ahead and you use this, but if another lesson comes, we gotta use the bay." I'm like, he said, "But use it until somebody comes." I'm like, okay, great. So I'm in there and I'm hitting, and maybe. I waited outside for 5 minutes, and then went into the bay. I'm in the bay for maybe 5 minutes, and I see the guy with the gray hair leave, and I'm like, "Good, you left," because he clearly left because he's furious. And he can't enjoy hitting his golf balls.
Wait, how many minutes? How long had passed? Since?
10. He's in there for 10 minutes.
Okay, wow.
And so he bailed, and admittedly, I will say this in contrast to my Jay Leno not wanting to confront him, I was hoping he'd be outside because what I want to say to the guy is, you're wrong here.
Yeah.
Like I immediately
Right.
it literally did not affect your life in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
You felt slighted. You came in and said, "Oh, by the way, I was here before you." I immediately went, "Oh my God, you're right."
Yeah, like you made it a thing when it didn't have to be a thing
at all. I mean, you saw me putting. Well, okay, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, everyone knows putting is the international symbol for I'm next to
I'm
that
next.
bay.
And again, he could have been waiting for a lesson. I don't know. So when I left, I said that to the Australian guy, I said, "Hey, again, I'm sorry for the language," and I was about to explain to him what had happened, and he just went, I forgot to tell you. He said, when I said it's not me, and he goes, "I'm going to talk to him too." So he went in and I think he gave the guy like a talking to, and then which is probably what, like on top of me saying, "You go fuck yourself."
That's why the guy left.
Then this guy kind of reprimanded me, so he left. So I was about to explain exactly what had happened, because I don't want to look like I'm the nut job here. But clearly this guy was, and it was again it wasn't me.
Yeah. That's still not how I thought that story was going to go, based on how you set it up, though. I didn't see the you yelling "Go fuck yourself" coming up in that story.
Well, that you say "fuck you" to me, I'm not going to just walk away.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be very clear. If he had been outside and it was going to get physical, we'd be doing this show on Zoom today because I'd be at the hospital. He would have.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.